Good things come to those who wait. And apparently those who take their thumb off the camera. This is not off to a good start. Don't you hate it when people start videos with platitudes? Said all over YouTube, and here I am. I know this isn't the normal setup that we usually have. I'm just recording this on my phone, and I don't really know how to record the phone. I don't do a lot of selfie action. Happy New Year, January 4th. Have some major announcements to make. I know some of you, before you get crossed, some of you are going to be crossed because we were supposed to start production up January 4th. Louder with Crowder, the daily show, not the website, is under construction. But it's for a good cause. It's for a good reason, and it is actually because of the overwhelming support from you guys. So let me explain this to you really quick. We're going to start up February 1st, okay? I'll be on Joe Rogan's show before that, end of January, and then there are going to be some big shows, which I'll get to in a second. We have 3 new full-time hires to bring into Louder with Crowder to train up because so many people joined Mug Club and so many people entered the Golden Ticket sweepstakes that we just had a tough time going through them and finding the right people. So we're hiring new editors, we're hiring new production managers, and we're also, I don't know if you can see this, kind of, I don't know if you can see this here, a little messy, I don't know if you can see. Studio's under construction. We're actually moving to a whole new space because we've outgrown this here. And that again is because so many people joined, particularly during the CNN live stream. And something else, I don't know if you can see this based on feedback. Sven Computer is going to be full-time on air moving forward with the daily show. So there are a lot of these things that just need to be incorporated. I can't say enough good things about the team here behind the scenes. I got to tell you guys, people here haven't taken a week off. And I mean a full week the entire year. We've missed shows. I know people say, well, for example, we would miss 2 shows. We'll say, well, where are you? And then the ANTIFA video would drop. You know, when you only have a handful of people working on these things and you're going undercover, you see like a YouTube Carol, it takes a lot of work because we're aiming to try and elevate what we do every day. We could sit and talk to a camera and we'd be fine, and many of you would be fine. But the truth is there's just an absolute absence of true entertainment coming from the right, and a lot of people complain about it. We want to do something about it, and that requires bringing in people. And listen, we don't do Patreon. We don't give you guys, 5 minutes on Skype if you give a certain amount. We try and repay people with real paying jobs. No one needs to fight for 15 here at Louder with Crowder because everyone all the way down to the day rate interns are paid much more than 15 an hour. And it's over a dozen people now who we employ, and our goal is to grow that. I think they say like 4 hours of prep for every hour on air for radio. And that sounds about right, having done radio. Certainly, I spent probably more time in prep than most because I needed more prep than most. We did 16 hours of the CNN live stream, but we weren't just doing radio. We had Dwarf Jesus and Santa wrestling for the spirit of Christmas. We had guest after guest after guest. We had Carol. It was a lot of work. We had a film with the YouTube Carol that went up, and it really overextended us in some ways. Ways that we need to fix with bringing in new people. We know that we need the help, and we had to go through the Golden Ticket sweepstakes. And something else, some other big announcements. We've been talking about this, and I felt bad because, you know what? We want to get the show on the road, and people have been asking. I can't tell you the number of requests to come to schools. I haven't been able to go do any live performances because this show has taken up every single minute of my time for the last year. And we haven't been able to figure out how to bring the show on the road because we're doing a show every single day, so we haven't had time. But now, with this construction phase, we will actually be bringing Louder with Crowder to your school on the road. We're going to have those capabilities. The very first is going to be February 6th at Virginia Tech. So we'll be broadcasting this show from Virginia Tech on February 6th, and that's something new moving forward. We can do Q&A, the jokes, the sketches. You're going to see all that at your school. We can't thank you enough. Honestly, we had so many people who joined from the scene, and over 1 million people, I think. I don't know who I'm looking to. There's no one here. They're all out. This is just me talking. This feels kind of nice, just talking to a camera with nobody else in a room. I guess I get why people do this. I don't need to put on a robe and makeup. Just talk to a camera and collect your check, pass, go. But so many people joined because of the CNN stream. It was tough. I would rather be waterboarded. And as those words leave my mouth, I realize there's not a hint of hyperbole. I've been waterboarded. I would rather be waterboarded again for a much longer period of time than watch CNN for 16 hours. It got to the point after that live stream, you ever eat so much of something when you're a kid and you get sick that you can't even look at it after that? That was me with it was playing at some relative, I don't know, CNN was on somewhere, and I looked at it and it was like, how can you even think of macaroni and cheese? Like you had the flu. I can't even look at it anymore, but I think it proved the point as to just how bad media is and how biased it is. And listen, we're not aiming here. We're not aiming to just be another YouTube channel. And the growth there has been unbelievable. But we are aiming to not take out, but to compete with the people on late night, to compete with the CNNs of the world. People talk about, who cares about the Young Turks? They're so far in our rear view mirror in many ways, and they will be in a long time. But we're trying to create the kind of content that we always wished was out there. I was in college. I was a conservative, right? I never went to a lot of the college Republican meetings. I didn't fit in there. I didn't want to put on a bow tie and be, the Tucker Carlson lookalike convention, circa Crossfire, back when the bow tie was his shtick. I wished that there were a conservative Letterman back then, or Conan, or actual late night. That's what I watched. I feel like there are a lot of people out there. That's why there's been so much support, and that's what we are aiming for. That's why we're growing. That's why we're going to a new space. That's why we're hiring 3 new people. When you invest and you join for the Daily Show, which this is not a pitch, you don't have to do that. Though I will say the new Lotto with Crowder sketch shirt is up at the merch store. You are investing in not only influence or allowing us to create an impact and to fight back against all the people who've pissed us off for years. You're also employing people here, people who make good livings for their family. It has been so remarkable. People have needed this time now. We can't do a daily show just during this month and make the changes that we need to make. We're actually flying some people across the country, and some people are on work visas to move to us and work for the program. We can't do both at the same time. We even ran out of storage space for some of our archived shows. This is a long time coming. But the growth, I can't show it to you right now because this is completely unedited. I was going to try and find my computer. It's not around. Or an overlay, right? This is one of the few shows where we do overlays. Sven Computer's been working behind the scenes. Now he'll be in front of the camera where we try and show you the sources. But I remember we started the Daily Show last January, mid-January. And I wrote down some goals at that point. And Nake Jared and I wrote down what we think would be, top tier goal, like 850,000 YouTube subscribers. And then a certain amount of paying Mug Club people. And then we wrote dream goal. Something that would be awesome, but was 1 million subscribers. And we ended the year with 1.175, 1,175,000 subscribers. It's far beyond what we expected. And louderwithcrowder.com is doing incredibly well. And we've just, right now, we've got to basically able to meet... we need our capacity to be able to meet the requirements from you guys. We want to be able to do not only the Daily Show, but bring in new people, hire new people, start new programs. But first step is making sure that we can get this out on time, get it out that's in a way that's top quality, and be able to bring this show on the road to you. We can't thank you enough, people who've joined at louderwithcrowder.com/mugclub. During the YouTube squeeze, when everyone else has been having to buckle down, we've been able to grow and just explode in the possibilities and the ideas, and that's because you really have supported us behind the scenes. That's what's going on right now. For people who we're still going to have some videos here, like some updates until February 1st. Like I said, Joe Rogan before then, I'll be on his show, taking the show on the road after that. And for those who are Mug Club subscribers, we might do some live kind of Q&As in this under construction studio in the interim. And of course, those who watch the Daily Show, you know where to submit your golden ticket applications. We actually do have one more hire that we need to make, and we haven't decided on that yet. So that's going to be February 1st. When the Daily Show comes back, we'll have probably some other videos. But this is all because I can't even begin to anticipate what we'll do in 2018. I know it could all go away tomorrow. We all know that. We try to act as though that's the case. We feel as though we need to earn your subscribership every single day, every show. We feel as though we need to earn your Mug Club dollar every day. We never want to take it for granted. And so this is next level, onward and upward. And we are so excited to bring in new faces, to bring in new hires, incredibly talented people, and to hopefully impress you guys and make you feel as though you've gotten your money's worth. And dear God, please don't make me watch CNN for 16 hours again. I really don't want to do that.